My name is Theodore Cottingham, and I have never been more me than I am right now. The real me. The real me. And I'm starting a school for it. For you to be the real you. The school of the 21st century Christ. Are you imagining something new, something impossible, something historically incorrect or politically so? I want to share with you what I am experiencing as I prepare for a most cataclysmic shift, a seismic shift in the atmosphere of man's thinking. I suggest the war that we have had with ourselves is coming to an end. And we will be resigned not. We will be revealed. And the revelation of God will be us to ourselves, that we were never separate, and that we have all the power of creation between our ears. But we have suffered. We have suffered, pardon me, we have suffered with the separation of ourselves with the truth that we were never separate from God. For Christianity gave us a lie. Christianity inserted itself between us and the Creator, whether you call it God or not, source, universe, whatever your name for it. What I am experiencing as I have come to this place to be available, to make myself available, to lead this school again, once more, because I've tried to start the school in the past, years ago. But this time it's different. I'm really not attached to the outcome. It's not my doing that you will judge, that I will value your judgment of. I'm doing what I want to. What brings me joy? Deep joy, peace. I'm experiencing, even now, in this day and age, something that is extraordinary. And I'm enjoying making these videos, teaching, coming out. Coming out of my mouth, my word with. Coming out of my heart opening up to yours. The real me, the real me. Theodore Joseph Cottingham, oh my gosh. Hey, I'm just a common guy that sought God most of my life. And a few years ago, what I call God began to communicate, began to talk with me through my inner voice as I sat and surrendered. And that began to teach me who I was, who I am, who I will be. Who are you? Who will you be? Will you be not at war with yourself now? Will you become more you than you've ever been before? The real you that existed before time and space began? Are you willing to live a life of effortlessness? Will you flow love to each and every person, no matter what their color, standing, gender preference, state of origin, or socioeconomic status is? Will you love people? Will you love you? We are all connected. Will we love each other? Will we heal each other and stop being so brutal to ourselves? Will you stop putting yourself down? Will you stop the voice, the mechanical voice that puts you in an arrangement of denying your power, your godhood, your godship, your Christship, your me-ship? One word, me-ship, to be the real me. That's the real you. Did we exist in some kind of arrangement where before we were in these bodies warring with each other, warring with ourselves in our own mind about who we are, where we came from, what power we have, and clawing our way to the top on some corporate ladder? Were we all connected? Did we have a different communication system? Did we need words, syllables? Did polarity ensconce us, or duality, or just the story of heroes and anti-heroes? So somebody could demonize the other one? I suggest you are the unlimited Christ, and you are coming into it if you want to be it. You are coming into the knowledge of it whether you want it or not, because it's going to be front page news. The mystery of Christ is over, and the chokehold that religion has had on the Christ story, and especially Christianity, is going to be falling apart, because people all over the globe are going to begin experiencing the knowledge revealed within them, their heart, that they no longer have to war against them, and they can be the real me. That is you, the real you, in power, grace, and glory. And people creating the enigmatic story, defining terms with great ambiguity, will no longer lead those who want to know the truth of the real me that's you. The real you that is powerless not, but powerful. And able to do everything that Jesus did. Jesus said, if you believe in me, you'll do all the things I did and greater. That pertains to you, individually, you, not collectively, not corporately, not in the future, but right now. That is what's being offered to you. The truth, is it scary? Are you willing to walk among people and heal them? Are you willing to walk on water? Are you willing to experience the new birth that creates a genuinely new creation that is not subject to time, space, and gravity, and the demarcation of class and caste systems by the dollar, and birth of flesh? I suggest you are God in two shoes walking in the form of you, and you have all the power that God has, had, and will have. What will you have this day? Will you come at you with the brutality of your words no more? Will you control your mind? Will you tame it? Will you conquer the beast of Revelation, the beast that is not some animal outside of you? It is the mind in you, of you, that is using you to be you, separate from each other, separate from your power, separate from the reality of you enjoying you in peace. That's my message to you this day. What have I said in 11 minutes? You're God. Will you think it not robbery to be equal with God? Please and thank you. But what does that mean? And what are you willing to come into? The knowledge of the fullness of the Godhead bodily, being you and in every person of every nation, tribe, and tongue, that think they are finite and that they must die. They must conquer their neighbors. They want to insist on exalting their ego, their comfort, their entertainment, and being placated in whatever they've been taught to believe because it's acceptable. It's politically correct, socially correct. Whose standards are you living by, my friend? This is the message for you now. I'm experiencing a peace flow. Whether anybody comes to the school or not, March 1st or not. Is there another start date? Will there be another start date after March 1st? My word goes forth. This message is for the planet. This message is for you. It's for your neighbor, your mom, your dad, your son, your daughter. The past, the present. What are you futuring? What are you creating on your drafting table for next year? How about this year, this month? Are you willing to come in to the consternation of not, but the constitution of Christ, the makeup of Christ, the ability to be Christ, the message of Christ, the Christ that says, I'm a common man. Jesus said, Son of Man, stressing his commonness, his ordinariness, his all-inclusiveness. And your demands of your walls to divide and conquer a laity will no longer hold us. You, O religious ones, the day of collars and robes, swinging lamps and incense, people supposedly of authority, determining what you believe, interpreting God to you, interpreting your life to you, circumscribing you to be within the limits of their authority, their thinking, their ego exaltation of is coming to an end and is now pronounced by me. Who am I? I'm one common guy. It says you're Christ if you will be it. You always were. You always were the son, the daughter of God. You always have been. And all of your power still exists residually not, or does it reside in you fully? Will you allow it to come forth? Will you birth your word that is still in you? The word that transforms you back into what you were before you were in this body. The completion of God, the resurrection of Christ, being a woman, women, men, boy, girls of every nation, tribe, and tongue. This is my message. This is what I stand for. This is why I stand. This is my message encapsulated. No longer ensconced in just a knowledge base that I walk around with hiding it. No, I'm coming out more and more with my word, more and more with the fullness of what I've been given, what I know, what I've experienced, and the peace of God, the peace of Jerusalem, of Israel. Is Israel this planet? Is it a metaphor? Is the Bible a great allegory? I suggest you are responsible for you, you are accountable to you, and you are the one that will judge you. And what you think may be the judgment, the judge will be you. Because at that time, if you wait until that time, that you carry you and all your power, grace, and glory, ability to create, to give love, to heal, to walk among the planets. If you give it to a belief system that ensconces you and keeps you in your shell, unknown and hidden, hiding from your own power, at some point you will die. And then will you stand before you, the real you, the essence of you, the might, power, grace, and glory of the eternal, infinite, immortal essence of the Most High that you were with your face and your body? And how will you judge yourself then when you know all things? Will you say, what did I do? Why didn't I know? Why didn't somebody tell me? Why did I believe those in authority? Why was I so conditioned? How was I so pre-programmed to believe a belief system that put me in chains and bondage and kept me on planet Earth, kept me in hell between my ears, kept me in constant anxiety, wanting entertainment to entertain me to death, wanting all sorts of intoxicants and addictions to placate and give you a few moments of peace? Is that what you're giving your life to? I ask you to give your life to you. The real you. The you that stands up. The you that confidence begins to emerge and you begin to flow in it. That you know what you're doing. That you understand you, your origin, your past, your future. Are you creating it? Will you create you, oh God, again? Perfect this time? Perfect? Without separation. Without being at war with yourself. Will you give you peace? Will you love each other? And will you love you first? Deny not your power this day. Deny not your grace and beauty. Deny not your lineage, your origin, and what your purpose is, what your capacity is, your capability, your creativity. My name is Theodore Cottingham, School of the 21st Century Christ. This is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm experiencing. I'm experiencing a level of peace in what I am doing and what I am sharing. And if there's any validity to this message, no one will stop it. And if it's the fabrication of my mind or man's mind, it will come to naught anyway. But I suggest to you, the time is now, and the revelation of God is here. The revelation of the Most High, you being it, the common man and woman, and every person who wants to be an authoritarian to exalt their ego and tell you what to do and how to do it is coming down. I suggest to you, we're coming into the season where preachers of every title will begin to fall dead in their pulpit as they espouse a God of separation and try to tell you what to do to keep you sitting there under their authority. Watch my words, watch my face, or free yours. Your two shoes to walk among the heavens, the paupers, the insolent, the isolated. Will you instigate war no more with you? I suggest to you that all the angst, anxiety, and disruption of our true state is what puts us into that where we want more and more and more and need more and more to placate us. But does it ever satisfy? No matter what you have or have achieved, have you not also, like I myself said, is this all there is? No, there's much more for you, my friend. Come into the fullness of your glory, of who you are. The simple Christ in your shoes with your face, your hands this day. So that's why I'm starting a school, and this is what I'm experiencing. And my name is Theodore Cottingham. I'm in Eureka Springs for now, starting a school called the 21st Century Christ. I invite your opinions not. I invite your curiosity. I invite you to begin an adventure and begin to explore the words on my website, theodorcottingham.com. Come click on curriculum, read, and begin to search those words and let the manifest word, which you originate, come into you and shield you no more from your own word and you being walking the real you. I love you, Theodore Cottingham. Good day.